We just saw Laggies, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it in the car, and then we have a discussion. The review part is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence and trying to decide if this is the movie for you, watch the first part. If you've already seen the movie or just want to hear everything we think and aren't going to be put off by us talking about plot points and spoilers, watch the whole thing. So Laggies is it's a comedy with some drama and some romance in it. It's kind of a mix of those three things without really being a rom-com or a dramedy necessarily. Keira Knightley plays a very immature, not naive, but immature 30-something woman who is trying to decide what to do with her life. She's got sort of this long-term boyfriend that hasn't really gone anywhere, and they sort of feel like they're obligated to get married, but they don't really necessarily want to get married. It's just one of those, that seems like the next logical step in life. And so she ends up taking this sort of time off from their relationship, and ends up hanging out with Chloe Grace Moretz's character, who's a high school kid, and her father, who's played by Sam Rockwell. The movie does a really good job of making all the characters seem real. We kind of go through a getting to know period with each of them. We get to know Keira Knightley's character for a bit. We get to know Chloe Grace Moretz's character for a bit. And then to some degree we get to know Sam Rockwell, but he's mostly a background thing. He's mostly somebody that just kind of shows up for a couple of scenes here and there, but is really important nonetheless to the story, and kind of helps Keira Knightley figure some things out. I really enjoyed it. It's a movie that I think if you're going in and looking for a straight-up comedy or a straight-up romantic movie, it won't do it for you. But it's one of these movies that, I mean, we saw it in a theater with, it was just the two of us, and there was this one other guy by himself. And that's kind of who I could see, like, showing up for this kind of thing, is somebody that's just sort of, I'm not opposed to seeing a romantic comedy, but I'd just as soon not have, like, the schmaltzy romantic comedy. Like, give me something that's kind of grounded and realistic and interesting. And this is the second movie I've seen by Lynn Shelton, and I liked the other one as well. It was also really weird and hard to describe. It didn't really fit into a box or a category, but that's a good thing in this case. And all the performances were really great. I always enjoy seeing Sam Rockwell in a movie. It was pretty hard to mess that up. And Chloe Grace Moretz is very good. And Keira Knightley's very good as well. So I would recommend it. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, but also heartfelt and kind of poignant. I got out of high school and college, and I was kind of lost too. So I felt a good connection with Keira Knightley's character, which was good, and she felt realistic and relatable, as did the situations that they found themselves in. Sam Rockwell stole the show. As little as he's on screen, he absolutely stole the show, and Keira Knightley did an excellent job as well. Chloe Grace Moretz, as much as the trailer played her up as being the movie being a friendship tale between her and Keira Knightley's character, she's I actually thought she was less important to the story than Sam Rockwell was.
Yeah.
She was kind of superfluous.
We'll get into that, but
yeah. It was a good movie, and I definitely recommend it.
Cool. Well, there you go. That's the end of the spoiler-free section. So if it sounds like a fit, go check it out. Definitely go, stream it or check it out in the theater if it happens to be near you. Not one that I saw any trailers for that much, but when I looked online at it and looked at the trailer and was like, oh, Lynn Shelton and Sam Rockwell, and okay, I'm in. Yeah, I think all of the, I think Chloe Grace Moretz's character and Sam Rockwell's character were both there to sort of show Keira Knightley what her actual situation was. They were like mirrors for her situation, because you had, she kind of got to redo her prom. She kind of got to like be the cool high school kid for a little bit, like at the beginning of the movie. And then she went and talked to the real mom, Chloe Grace Moretz's character's mom in the movie, who left her. And that really helped her, like, figure out that, like, oh, if you just get married and have kids, that doesn't, like, solve your life. That doesn't, which is a common problem that people have. Like, they don't really want to be married and have kids, but they feel like that's the next logical thing to do. Like, I'm out of school now, I need to get a job and get married and have kids, and then they end up like not liking that.
See, that's exactly what I thought, and this is going to sound horribly sexist, but it was kind of like the female version of Fight Club. You know, the scene where Brad Pitt and Edward Norton are talking. He's like, I got out of college, and Dad, what do I do now? Well, you get a job.
Yeah.
You find a woman, you marry her, you have a family. And it was kind of like that. Her friends were all stepping up, and she was keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
You know, and they even make mention of it. You know, it's not about, you know, the wedding for her so much as it is for her friends, so she can be included. Like,
right.
You're not going to be the in crowd if you're not married, you don't have kids, you know,
right.
and they are all grasping to keep this group together, to keep them young, and she just doesn't feel like she has a part in it anymore.
Right.
And I thought that was absolutely beautiful how they kind of slow burned her realization of this throughout the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it by seeing these kids go through the same exact stuff she was going to. You know, they're trying to latch onto these things, these memories, build these memories to hold on to. And she also realized through, you know, her dad, through Sam Rockwell's character, and really through one scene, and I don't know who the actress is, but she absolutely killed it in the scene in the kitchen with just her and Keira Knightley, the one who played Chloe Grace Moretz's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She realized that there are people out there that are going through the same screwed up stuff that she's going through, that are looking for their place in the world, and so she shouldn't feel any shame for it, which is what she was doing. And it was just really, really well done.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the way that they turned on its head the whole, like, we're going to elope to Vegas, but, like, he couldn't resist sending the picture to all their friends, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, that was the thing that made her realize, like, no, this is about us as a group of friends, not as about you and I as a couple, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want to be tied to these people anymore. You know, I'm not 17 years old anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, why do we need to include them? Why do they have to be in every single thing?
Right.
You know, not why can't I just have something for me?
Yeah.
And it's something that I, you know, when I got out of school, you know, I tried to keep in contact with my friends and everything, and so this movie really, you know, I related to the characters because I tried to do that, and you just can't, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody grows up, you know, and people do it at different times and at different speeds, and yeah, it was a good.
I didn't know the name of the director beforehand, but I will definitely keep an eye out.
Lynn Sheldon. Yeah. The other movie I've seen of hers is called Hump Day, and that was a couple of years ago. Completely different idea, but also kind of an interesting an interesting spin on the bromance, I guess is what you could call that one. But anyway, that's the Laggies, or Laggies. There's no the in it, which is also different. It seems like there's a lot of movies with the something in it, but Laggies. So yeah, if you like the
I wonder
movie,
if Laggies is a word. Like if that's a name for something. I don't know.
they mentioned it once in the movie when the guys were late picking them up.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our review. If you like the way we do these, please like the review, like us on YouTube, and check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.